Welcome to episode 2 of the Peak Signing Agents podcast. Thanks again for tuning in. If you find value in this, again, you can subscribe and follow the podcast itself, the YouTube channel. I am recording all of these from the back of my mobile office. Again, some of these episodes might be 10 minutes of me just giving some great information and tips. Some of these might be 30, 45 minutes where we dive a little deeper on how to provide great peak service. And then some other episodes might be 45 minutes to an hour because I have many friends who are successful six-figure signing agents and some who own successful signing services. And I'd love for them to come on here and share their tips and information and their stories with you. So this episode, I'm going to talk about my story, my journey as a signing agent from where I'm at today. Now, when I became a signing agent, at the time of this recording, it's been just under 5 years I've been a signing agent now. I have completed over thousands of loan signings. I am a six-figure signing agent, and my signing service is a six-figure national signing service, okay? So my journey as a signing agent was, listen, first of all, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, I'm just an entrepreneur. I started multiple businesses. I failed multiple businesses, and I still run multiple businesses. And in fact, this is my 4th podcast. I have 3 other podcasts as well. And I'm bringing this podcast because so many people ask me for my tips. So that's why I'm creating this podcast for everyone listening. Anyway, I own a finance firm, and I wanted to be a one-stop shop for my clients. I thought, how can I be the go-to for anything money related? So I started, thinking of ideas of how to get licenses and get training and certifications and commissions on how to, put this thing together that I'm trying to work on. And one of the ideas I had was, what if I became a notary? Because many of my friends, family, clients, they might need a notary. And I would be more than happy to provide that free of service for them. They can just call me and say, hey, Derek, hey, DVO, do you mind notarizing this for me? And I would be more than happy to do that for them. So that was kind of my goal. And I had kind of been thinking of these ideas on the side. I had a full-time job at the time. I was working 8-9 hours a day at my full-time job. And I was kind of thinking of these ideas and what to do. And one of my friends started working at a bank, and he became a notary at the bank. And he just kind of mentioned that to me in passing. And I thought, oh, very cool. I have also thought about becoming a notary. It's just providing more service to my clients. And I just asked him the process of becoming a notary and, asking him if it was hard or difficult. And he knew the licenses that I had at that point and said, man, compared to all the other licenses and tests you had to take, the notary exam will be a piece of cake for you. So I said, hey, very cool, good to know. And again, that was just kind of sitting in the back of my mind as an idea. And when things started kind of progressing forward to kind of getting things in motion to become a one-stop shop for all my clients, I thought, oh, let me get my notary commission. That might be one of the easier things for me to do. And I just called my friend again, asked him, his name was Jonathan, and just, hey, Jonathan, again, where do I go? How do I start? He just told me how to get onto the website. I am based in Utah. I'm surrounded by the beautiful Wasatch Mountains, and I live in the beautiful southwest end of Salt Lake Valley. And so he gave me the tips on how to get my notary commission, where to start, where to get on the website. So that's what I did. I got on the website and started studying. I studied over the weekend. I basically just studied for a couple days and got my commission pretty quick, actually. I believe I actually studied Saturday and Sunday. No, I studied Friday and Saturday and took my test on Sunday online, and I got my commission. I passed, I think, with 99%. I think I missed one question. I missed one question on the whole exam. It was, for me, I thought it was very easy, in just my opinion. So I got my notary commission. I thought, great, I can help people if they need something notarized. And my friend also mentioned that my friend Jonathan had a friend who was a mobile notary, and he got called one time, I think around 10 p.m. to go to a hospital to notarize documents, and he charged for that. And I started thinking, that's kind of cool. Again, that just sat in the back of my mind. And I was working again on getting my other certifications and my other licenses for kind of what my goal was. And at the same time at my job, I was just getting stressed out. Now, I'm not going to go into many details about my story here. If you want to know the whole story of my journey becoming an entrepreneur and quitting and going full-time, doing entrepreneurial work. That can be another episode, but I'll just do my quick version on how I became a signing agent. So anyway, I was just getting a little more stressed out at work. I just wasn't happy anymore. And it's because I knew I'm not made to be an employee. I'm not made for office work. I'm just not made for that. Okay. I am built to be an entrepreneur, and I just knew I was. So anyway, I started getting things in motion to get my business up and going. And I just started looking at, okay, what do notaries do? Like, what else do they do? And I found out some do field inspections, some officiate weddings, some, they just do general notary work, just being mobile and they go out. And then I found out that some do loan signings. So I found out that every mortgage needs to be notarized. Every mortgage needs to be notarized. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So I started looking into it. And I found 2 YouTube channels that kind of spoke to me. I found multiple, but there was 2 YouTube channels that really resonated with me, that I really clicked with. And that was Bill Sorka with Sign and Thrive, and it was Mark Wills with the loan signing system. And I just really gravitated to these 2 guys. I just started consuming a lot of their content and learning about how to become a signing agent. So that's what I did. I said, hey, I'll become a signing agent. Me looking into how to become a signing agent. So I started looking into that as well. And right away, I found out about the NNA, the National Notary Association, and about their course about becoming a signing agent and getting the background check. So that's what I did. I went that route first. They had the whole course there. And then I was watching YouTube videos by Bill Sorka and Mark Will. So I started watching and subscribing to their YouTube channels and just getting tips and information. And then I said, okay, all right, cool. I'm getting information. I'm learning how this works. And both of these guys were offering their training courses. Again, Sign and Thrive and Loan Signing System. And I never signed up for any of their courses. I just was like, hey, you know what? I've started other businesses. I can figure this out as well. I don't really need to take their course. I already took the NNA course, the National Notary Association course. I took that course, so I should be good. I took the course, did my background check. I went and started buying the supplies I needed. So I got my printer, I got some pens, I got some paper, and I got a notary bag, and I was ready to go. And probably on future episodes, I'll go into more details about what's in my notary bag, the importance of what printer to get, what supplies you need. I'll talk about all of these in future episodes, okay? So I got everything I needed, and I said, all right, I'm ready to go. I got my background check, I passed, and the next day, I got my first signing. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I got called the next day after I was approved through the NNA. I got a call the very next day to do a signing, I believe the day after that. And I said, okay, great. Let's figure this out. Okay. And I took the signing. I got the documents the day of the signing, and I went out and I did it. And I'll probably share this as on another episode, my very first signing and the troubles that occurred during my first signing. I'll talk about that on another episode as well. So listen, guys, I have a lot of upcoming episodes. I have so many tips, you guys. You guys need to make sure you subscribe and follow. I have so many ideas for topics and tips to give you guys, all right? I already have a list of stuff. Anyway, so I go do my first signing. We get through it. I think it took about an hour and a half. And I'm like, hey, this is great. I can do this. If I can do this once, I can do it 10 times. If I can do it 10 times, I can do it 100 times. If I can do it 100 times, I can do it thousands of times, right? That's just kind of my thought process. So get it done. And I was like, all right, cool. I scheduled it because I did it after hours. I had my job. And I worked from, I think, like 8 to 4 or 8 to 5. So I was kind of doing signings after hours, plus, my finance business as well. Just doing those after hours of my job. So I would just take signings on after hours. And again, I just wasn't getting happy at my job. Again, having a job is not for me. It's just not for me. I'm an entrepreneur. So every day was like torture for me going to my job. I mean, obviously, I lived for the weekends. I couldn't wait till Friday, you know what I mean? Couldn't wait till Friday. Saturday was nothing but fun. And I would also, fit in appointments and signings on Saturdays when I could because I had more time available. And then Sundays was family time. I spent time with the family. But every Sunday evening when it starts getting dark, I just was dreading the fact that I have to go to bed because I have to wake up early to go to my job. I just was not happy. So anyway, I'd be at my job and I'd be getting notifications for signings. My phone would be going off. Are you available this day, this time? And I just hit, no, I'm not available, but I'm available after hours. And then I'd get some appointments for after hours, and I would take those and I would get those as signings. And again, another episode coming up on tips on how to get these signings when you are getting buzzed and notified. All right, I'll have another episode idea planned for that. Anyway, I'd take signings when I could, and just was getting stressed out at my job. And I started getting the ideas of, these offers that I'm denying because I'm at my job, how much would I have made? So at the time, at my job, I was making $25 an hour at my job. So in 8 hours, that's $200 I'm making. And with a signing, I could make anywhere from like 75 to 150, brand new as a signing agent. So I started doing the math. Okay, I started calculating, all right, all these signings that I'm getting notified for and I'm hitting no to, how much would I have made? I started kind of contemplating this in my head. And then at my job, I started just getting more stressed out. I'm not going to go into details about that. I'll go into details another time about the stress at my job. But I just remember I was home. It was a Friday. I came home and I just felt defeated. Just felt tired. And I was telling my wife, I was sitting on the stairs. And my wife was in the kitchen. I was just talking to her, and I just felt down, And I just kind of felt like I was being really stressed. And I knew I was getting stressed because my eye was twitching. Or there's a twitch in my eye. And my beard started getting like patchy, like bald spots in my beard. And I just knew this was all from stress. And I was telling my wife this, and she said, why don't you quit? And I kind of perked up, and my eyes stopped twitching. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, just quit. You're not happy, and you're good. You're good at what you do. You just need to just go do it now. And I thought, are you sure? Like, I'll do this. And I quit that next day. I quit. And I quit my job. I'll go. There's a whole story behind this, and some of it's emotional, some of it's funny. I can go into this another episode. If you guys are interested, message me. Let me know if you want to know my whole entrepreneur journey. But anyway, I quit. I quit my job, and I said, okay, I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus on my loan signings and my finance firm. I'm going to focus on these now full time. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm going to focus on this and work on these. And so then I was able to take more signings on, and I was getting more coming my way, and I was able to have more free time to go and prospect new business for my finance firm, and fairly quickly I was doing very well with signings. I just started getting more business. When you get to a certain point on different platforms, they start giving you more offers. You start getting more signings come your way, and the fact that I was able to update my profiles as a full-time signing agent, I think signing services really liked that I was available at 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. I was available anytime during the day as long as I wasn't booked. And I think that really helped me get these signings. So that's how I started. I started going full-time. I quit my job, started doing full-time signings, and that just started really taking up a lot of my time. And I just to be honest with you, I don't know how to explain it, but becoming a signing agent, becoming a notary, for some reason, that just clicked with me a lot easier than all my other businesses. It just clicked with me. It was fun. I just understood it easier. I can't explain it. It just kind of clicked. And I just started rolling with it. And I just started doing signings after signings. I started doing, I remember, I was, again, doing this part-time because I was really focused on my finance firm. So I was really doing loan signings part-time, and I just started making $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, real easy. And I was like, oh great, this is just extra income to have some fun with my family. And then it started just kind of rolling. Like, next thing I knew, I was just adding up, doing my bookkeeping, and I started thinking, wow, I'm making like $5,000 a month, real easy, without even trying. I wasn't even trying. I just was saying yes and doing these signings. And so it just started happening real quick. And then I thought, all right, let me do an experiment. Let me just focus now full time on the signing service. Let me just focus full time on my signing business. And I started a LLC and created a professional email, and I really didn't create a website at all. And I just went out there and I was promoting myself to places as a mobile notary. So like, you can hire me. I can come to you. I can come here. Again, this will be another episode of where you can market yourself outside of loan signings for general notary work. I have another episode for that lined up that I'll create. Anyway, so I started marketing myself out there as a mobile notary. I can go out there and do general notary work. I can do loan signings. I'm like, let me just try this full time. And I can't explain it. It just clicked with me. And through signing services, I was making six figures. And I was like, wow, it just started clicking with me. And then I thought, I need a mobile office, because I am turning down business because I'm on the road and it's just too far for me to go from one signing, drive home, print, go somewhere else. So what I did is I thought, let me get a office in the middle of Salt Lake Valley. That way, if I'm running between counties, I get a last minute signing, I can run to it was a small little office I was renting. It was small. Like, there was room for a table, and some chairs, and that was about it. There wasn't much room at all. And I thought this would be great too, in case somebody needed a place to sign. Maybe they don't want me going to their home. Maybe they don't want to go to the title company. And because some people would call me, they'd say, hey, can we meet somewhere else? I don't really want to meet at my house. Can we meet at a coffee shop or a restaurant? Or they ask me, do you have somewhere you recommend? And I can say, hey, come to my office. I have an office in the middle of the valley. We can meet there. And I could print, and I had a whole new setup. So not only did I have a setup at my home office of a printer and scanner and everything like that, but then at the second office that I was renting, I had a whole other setup there with pens and printer and scanner and internet and everything all set up, ready for me to go. And I could do that. And then COVID hit. All right, COVID hit, and a lot of the title companies were closed. But people were still refinancing and buying, especially because they lowered interest rates. And business started booming at that point. Now, again, I was already making six figures before COVID hit. But COVID really just took my business to another level. I am one of the fortunate people that actually benefited during COVID. And so I just got busier and busier, and as title companies started finding me, and I started getting business directly from them. And sometimes they would close my office down, and I couldn't get in. I'm like, well, what's the point of this if I can't even get into the office that I'm paying for? So I started getting the ideas, like, what if I started seeing videos? Mark Wills in the loan signing system, he interviewed Connor, and Connor created a video on how he built a mobile office. Now, when you think of mobile office, again, I'll do this on another episode, but mobile offices are basically people's vehicles, and inside their vehicle, they have a printer, a scanner, paper supplies, pen supplies. They have these tools to basically kind of help their business, help their signing agent business, keep going. And I watched that video. I thought that was pretty cool, but I didn't really want to do that in my car. So that's why I got the extra office space, really. But again, with my office space kind of shutting down sometimes, I thought, well, what's the point? I need a mobile office. So I'm like, what if I do this mobile office and I carried maybe like a table and chairs? I saw other people would do that. They would carry table and chair in their vehicle, and they would pull it out and open it up in the driveway, because some people didn't want you coming in their home. They wanted to do it on benches, at parks, on the hood of cars. And in Utah, where I'm based, in the wintertime, it's damn cold, all right? It gets below freezing sometimes. And I had those appointments where the wind is blowing and we're trying to put like our phones and rocks on the paper so they don't fly away. And it just became troublesome. So I thought, what if I could take this idea of a mobile office and somehow kind of conform it a little bit? And I started getting the idea because I started seeing other businesses with their mobile offices. So I went to a signing actually with a pet groomer. She had a mobile office van for her pet grooming. So basically she would drive to people's homes, be in their driveway, they would bring their dogs to her mobile office van, and she would do all the grooming in her van. I would drive around, see with electricians HVAC people. They have these mobile office vans where they have all their supplies and tools that they need to work. And that's where I started getting the idea of having a mobile office. So when you hear notaries, signing agents talk about their mobile office, it's just a mobile car. I mean, it's just a printer on wheels. Okay, let's just say it like that. It's basically a printer and scanner in their vehicle, and they can just print and scan. Some of them are smart and they have tables and chairs. So if somebody doesn't want them to go in or they have to meet somewhere, they have a table and chairs. But I wanted a legitimate mobile office that I could actually work out of. And that's what my office today. And again, I'll put the link for the video of the whole office, and maybe I'll talk about it in a future episode. But my mobile office, I have customized it. It is a van where I have taken out a seat, the bench, I should say, the middle bench, and I have put a table so I can work or I can do signings in here. I have a printer and scanner in the back. I have Wi-Fi. I have internet in here so I can be working anywhere. I have my logo printed on the side of the van of my mobile office. And in fact, I don't like calling it a van. I like calling it my mobile office. It is the only mobile office in the loan signing world. All right, and I'm super proud of it, okay? That's what I'm talking about it. Anyway, that was the next steps I was taking, all right? So I quit my job. I was making 6 figures with signing services. I started marketing myself and getting direct business, and that's the majority of my business today. And then I was just telling my clients how I can even benefit them more, that I can help them find notaries, not only local, but anywhere in the United States, I could help them find notaries. And that's when we went national. That was my next step. I knew I needed to get to the next step. I wasn't sure how to do that. So let me tell you how I got to the next level, all right? And how I think I got to the peak signing agent status is I knew I needed a mentor. I knew I needed some help. I needed some guidance to get me to that next level. So I went back to the guys I was watching on YouTube, Bill Sorka and Mark Wills. And I thought both of these training courses look great, but I don't know if I need the training course, because I'm so good. I'm making 6 figures. I'm so great. Why would I need their help? Can you imagine? That's what I was thinking. I can't believe that I thought like this. It was so stupid of me, all right, to think like this. And so I said, I'm gonna reach out to one of these guys. I'm gonna reach out to one of them, and I'm gonna see if they'll mentor me. So I was watching Bill and Mark, and I'm like, okay, who do I want to go with? And I just kind of gravitated a little bit more with Mark Wills. I liked his energy. I liked his content on social media, and I just kind of liked what he was about, what he was bringing. And so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna message this guy. I'm gonna message Mark Wills. So I messaged him about, hey, I'm thinking about taking your course. Not sure if I want to. What do you think? Actually, I actually should rewind this. That actually was 2 years earlier. When I first started getting into the loan signings. I actually messaged him, thought, is it worth it? Should I take it? Is there business here for me? Is there enough business for me here in Utah? So actually, that was a couple years prior. Then I started messaging him again, and it was 2 years later. And I said, hey, I'm thinking about maybe taking your course, or what if I just hired you directly? Hey, Mark, are you open to the idea of me just hiring you directly? And I was thinking in my head, I'll pay him like $500 for maybe a couple hours of his time, and that will help me get to the next level. Just a little bit of mentorship. So I said, hey, can I hire you directly just to mentor me? And he replied back and said, take my course. And so I said, hey, if that's what it takes, if me taking his course is what it takes to get him to mentor me, then I'll do it. So I did. I paid for his course. I paid actually, in the message I told him, hey, I'm already making 6 figures with signing services. And he said, Derek, you need to get to the next level, man. So don't take my basic course, take my 6-figure course. So Mark Wills has a course on the basics of loan signings. Then he has another course on if you're ready to go to the next level, make 6 figures. And then he has another course where, hey, you're at that next level, and now you need to start a signing service. So he has 3 courses, I believe. And if you're interested in any of those courses, I will put a link because I am an affiliate now with the loan signing system. I did take his course. I am being mentored by Mark. We have become really good friends. I'm happy to say we have become really good friends along with his co-owner. The loan signing system is co-founded by Mark Wills and Roman Rosario. I've become great friends with both of these guys. I am now their Utah ambassador. I'm an affiliate. I strongly believe in higher education and self-improvement, like I said in episode 1. So if you're a loan signing agent or you're thinking about becoming a loan signing agent and you want great training, I recommend the NNA, the National Notary Association, like I mentioned earlier in this episode, and I recommend the loan signing system. And I will put a link below, so if you're interested, hit the link. I get a little kickback from it as well, but that's my affiliate link. And we became really good friends, and he helped me get to that next level. He mentored me, gave me tips. His whole system, his whole loan signing system, there is so many tips and tricks and hacks and information in there on how to become a peak signing agent. There's so much information on there. In fact, I've already done a private training about marketing in there. I actually have an upcoming episode with Mark in the loan signing system if you're in the 6-figure or higher course, where I'm going to talk about the most common mistakes. That's an upcoming course coming up. So if you're interested, check it out. Put the link below, like I said. And Mark has helped me start my signing service. We are now national. Not only am I a signing agent that makes 6 figures, but my signing service makes 6 figures, helping title and mortgage companies find notaries all over the country. And this has been such a fun ride. And if you are looking for a career path, if you're not happy with your career path, you're looking for something different, and you're interested in this, subscribe and follow this podcast. Subscribe and follow the YouTube channel, Peak Signing. Check out the loan signing system course in my description. Check out the National Notary Association course. Both great courses. They're different. They're different ways. So for example, the NNA course, it kind of gives you information and details of what, for example, what is the deed? What is the note? The NNA kind of explains what that is. And there's great information. But with the loan signing system, or LSS for short, what the LSS shows is how to explain that when you're at the kitchen table with the signers, with the borrowers. It explains how to go over that properly, plus so many other tips. Both courses are great, and they just go hand in hand together. There's other courses out there. If you're interested in those other courses, hey, take those if you want, or take those too if you want. But that's just my recommendations, and that's how I became a peak signing agent. And again, this podcast is going to show you more tips on how to reach that peak status. So thanks for listening to episode 2, and stay tuned for the next episode.